All right, let's get into it. Today we're going to be really testing the limits of how far you can physically be from your own computer. We're looking at the AdderLink Infinity ALIF2020R-US. And, the official sources, they call it a high-performance dual-head digital KVM receiver.
Which is a lot of jargon.
Okay.
I mean, what it really means is this little box lets you put your actual computer tower like 6 miles away from your desk.
6 miles.
Yeah, and you can work on it as if it's sitting right there next to you.
And that's really the mission for this deep dive, isn't it? Figuring out how you can separate that noisy, hot hardware from the user by, 10 kilometers?
Yeah.
And have the user not even notice.
Exactly. That not even notice part is the real trick. I mean, lots of tech can stream a screen across a network.
Yeah.
But doing it with basically zero lag and no compression artifacts, that is a much tougher engineering problem to solve.
Okay, so let's start with the video, because that feels like the most important part. The specs claim pixel-perfect digital video.
They do.
Usually when I'm streaming my desktop remotely, the image gets, a bit muddy, the cursor drags. Why is this different?
Because it's not really streaming in the way we think of, like, Netflix. It uses uncompressed DVI-D video extension.
Okay.
So when you stream a movie, it's compressed to save bandwidth, right? Data gets dropped. This device sends the video bit for bit.
So you're saying the pixel that leaves the server room is the exact same pixel that hits my monitor 6 miles down the road?
Precisely. Up to 1920 by 1200 resolution at 60 hertz. Think about it. If you're an air traffic controller, you can't have compression artifacts. You need to know that little smudge on the screen is actually there.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, so that handles the video. What about your hands? The spec sheet talks about USB true emulation. That sounds like more than just plugging in a regular mouse.
Oh, it's significantly different. A cheap USB extender just tells the computer, hey, I'm a generic keyboard.
Right, it's faking it.
It's faking it. True emulation means the raw signals from your specific device are passed through completely unaltered.
So if I'm using some kind of specialized tool, like a 3D mouse for CAD or maybe a Wacom tablet with pressure sensitivity,
it just works.
it actually works.
It works because the computer sees the actual device, not just some generic placeholder. It's critical for, video editors with jog shuttles or sound mixers. It creates that real at the PC feeling.
Okay, but there's a logistical catch we have to point out. We're looking at the ALIF2020R, and that R means receiver.
Right. This is the box for your desk. It's only half the equation.
You need the other piece.
You need the transmitter unit, the TX, plugged into the computer in that server room. You're building a bridge, not just an on-ramp.
Let's talk about reliability. If my office is 6 miles away from the server and, a backhoe cuts the fiber optic cable, is my workday just over?
Not necessarily. The unit has 2 network ports, so it supports teaming. It can detect a failure on one line and just instantly switch over to the second one.
So redundancy is built in.
For mission-critical stuff, it has to be.
And what about setup? Is this a nightmare of drivers and software?
Surprisingly, no. It's completely plug-and-play, no drivers. But the real sophistication is in something called EDIDE management.
EDIDE. Okay, break that down for us.
So think of EDIDE as a digital handshake. When you plug in a monitor, it tells the computer, hi, I'm a Dell monitor and my best resolution is this.
I see.
This device clones that handshake. So the computer, miles away, thinks it's plugged directly into your specific monitor. It stops the remote machine from defaulting to, like, a tiny low-res screen.
That's clever. Okay, one last thing before we wrap.
Yeah.
Security. I have a USB port on my desk. What stops me from plugging in a flash drive and just, walking off with company data?
You can't. The system has a security feature that lets an admin block non-HID devices.
HID being?
Human interface devices.
Right.
So your mouse and keyboard work fine, but if you plug in a thumb drive, the system just rejects it. It keeps the data locked down.
And it seems like it can scale up too. You can connect just one-to-one or build a huge matrix with their management software.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, you're looking at this rack-mountable box that costs around $1,600, and what it does is effectively teleport your entire workspace.
Which really brings us to the big final thought, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If we can flawlessly operate a high-security computer or a piece of heavy machinery from 6, 10, 20 miles away, what did that do to the idea of an office?
Does location even matter anymore?
That is the question. Thanks for diving in with us.
My pleasure.